Yeah, I mean, so at Roku, we're always looking to maximize the value of every impression, whether we're advertisers are buying it directly from us, or they're buying it on the Roku platform, through other of our publishers in our ecosystem or other platforms out there where you can purchase connected TV. For instance, I do run one of them called the OneView ad platform, which is our demand side platform where you can buy not only Roku OTT campaigns, but you also purchase and optimize connected TV campaigns across the entire OTT and connected TV ecosystem. Another one of the teams I also run is the ad traffic quality team, which is focused 100% on making sure that ad fraud is completely wiped out of our ecosystem.
Now, I wanted to hear a bit more. I was hoping you could elaborate a bit on
Yeah.
what you do. I understand you have some techniques, including watermarking. Excuse me. Could you please tell us a bit more about how that works and maybe some of the other methods that you have to tackle ad fraud?
Totally. Yeah. Our primary way that we thought we could combat ad fraud in our ecosystem is with the power of owning the operating system. So we have, a lot of control over, what actually happens when TV ads are streaming, when apps are streaming TV ads. And we also have a great ad platform, and we also have a great supply platform. So we really kind of put all of those things to work with our ad traffic quality solution. And in February 2022, we actually launched what is called the Roku Advertising Watermark. It's a device attestation solution that's meant to combat device spoofing. And you can think of it as like kind of a seal or like a stamp of authenticity, where every ad impression that runs on our platform, calling a specific API, will get stamped. And downstream partners like Human or our other partners, like another demand side ad platform or ad servers, can validate the authenticity of an ad impression. And actually, just this week, we're announcing a major upgrade to the Roku Advertising Watermark, which not only allows you to validate that a ad was coming from a genuine Roku device, but we're also going to be able to combat app spoofing at the same time, which is you're going to know, or somebody who's going to be able to validate and read the watermark, exactly which app is kind of coming through that ad impression as well, right? So those that are reading the watermark can validate a cryptographic identifier of the application itself, and know that, for instance, a Peacock impression is coming from Peacock, and that it's not being spoofed from somebody saying that they're Peacock, because that is completely possible in the open exchange today, when there really isn't too much control or quality control of what is going kind of through the open exchanges. One of the primary ways that people in the past combated ad fraud is they went directly to the publishers and they made private deals and they bought in PMPs and things like that, which is still a very safe way to do it, but things can still slip in when you're doing PMPs. The Roku Advertising Watermark is a 100% kind of foolproof solution to know that you're getting genuine traffic from a genuine app. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's really interesting. And I was curious, just looking at the ecosystem overall, like what do you see as far as how companies can work together? Is there anything you'd like to see in that respect?
Yeah. So, really what we did with the Roku Advertising Watermark is we tried to make an ecosystem play. The watermark is something that advertisers will benefit because they buy genuine Roku impressions on Roku devices. When you're buying real impressions, you're hitting real eyeballs, and that's ultimately going to make every campaign perform better. And for publishers, what it does is it prevents spoofing of real publishers, right? So If somebody is pretending that they're AMC on the open exchange and selling for $5, then actual AMC, who's selling for much more than that because they're a premium place to watch CTV, they're not getting their fair share because somebody's pretending to be them. So on the ecosystem, a technology like the watermark is great, but right now only the Roku platform is doing that at the moment. We would love to see other publishers as well as other device manufacturers, in the OTT ecosystem, try to do similar things, so that we can all better secure the supply chain, and make the transition from linear TV into the streaming world super easy and as effective as possible for all the advertisers out there.
And along the same lines, Adam, just looking ahead, is there anything that you think needs to happen or you'd like to see happen in the next 6 to 12 months, let's say? Is there anything that keeps you up at night or anything you're worried about in the realm of CTV ad fraud? Just kind of curious what you think about the future.
Yeah. So, I mean, the really important thing, and I kind of hinted at it in the last answer, is that the ecosystem really needs to come together to clean itself up. One thing publishers can do today is to make sure that if you've got a Roku app out there, that you're serving, you're using our APIs and firing your beacons client side through the advertising framework and the APIs that we have available for you to create that watermark on every request, so that downstream systems like the Humans of the world and other demand platforms and supply platforms can read that and make sure that your ad impressions are genuine. That adoption, as we reach critical mass, and all systems are going to be able to confidently buy on that, that's going to completely cut out ad fraud in general, because if we have the scale from all of the publishers there, what we'll end up having is when the watermark doesn't exist, the platforms aren't going to buy it, the fraudsters don't get paid, and hopefully everybody, all of our ad campaigns will be much more effective, and publishers will be happy because they're going to get paid for providing the content that they've worked so hard to acquire and distribute, and get paid their fair share as well. So everybody wins when we adopt the watermark on the Roku platform.